Hello chaps, it's Commodore Graham here and welcome to a special video as I sometimes put out on Fridays and Mondays when I don't have any of my normal series lined up. What we're doing today is having a look at a mod pack that I'm putting together myself. I don't know whether I'd call it designing the mod pack or building the mod pack or what. I didn't make any of the mods, I'm just putting them together in a way that seems pleasing to me. You can probably already see things that are a little bit different, such as that pink and blue island floating in the sky. That's part of the Tinker's Construct mod. Also, the terrain generation is very different from normal Minecraft, as I've installed the alternate terrain generation mod by TTFT Cuts, who just brought out version 2.0.1. I'd been using the version before up until now. And there's a whole ton of other stuff that we've added as well. You can see I'm using a shader pack, hence all the sunlight everywhere and the blue skies, and well, the sky is normally blue, but you know what I'm saying. You know, yeah, that's not really part of the mod pack, but if I did a series playing with my own custom mod pack, I would certainly be using these shaders. And I've made sure that the mod pack is lightweight enough that my system can handle running the shaders and the world at the same time. So, let's have a bit of an explore and see what's what. Well, the first thing that we notice here is mystical flowers from the Botania mod. Which is sort of a plant-based magic sort of a thing that lets you create all sorts of magic items and a bunch of other stuff as well. It's been a while since I've played with Botania. And I'll continue to wander, and if we don't immediately start running into something that's obviously different, I will start just telling you about the mods. We have some more of the Botania flowers here. There's flowers of various different colours used in different magical recipes. Ooh. Now this mod pack, I've decided to make it largely kind of role-playing, exploration and magic based, but there is some technology stuff going on in it, but there's only, I'd say one tech mod that I've installed, and that's Ender.io, which is kind of tech/magic itself. Oh, wait a minute. That's how I meant it to be. One thing that you may have already noticed that I hadn't pointed out is that I don't have the full amount of hearts that one normally starts off with. That's because of a mod called Tough as Nails, and in order to get more heart containers, I would have to go to the Nether and find them. So, here we go. We're actually in the Tough as Nails inventory. Lifeblood crystals. Yes, you have to find these. You find them in Nether fortresses. Here's all the other stuff that's found in this particular mod, such as wool clothing or slime clothing to heat you up or cool you down respectively, because temperature is a thing. See in the middle of my GUI, my GUI there's an orb, a grey orb. Now that changes depending on whether you get too hot or too cold. Yeah, you can see the terrain generation is very, very different indeed from normal Minecraft. I'm hoping to come across some of the gardens from Pam's Harvest Craft, because that's a mod that we've installed. Alongside the Hunger Overhaul, which will ensure that I actually do use Pam's Harvest Craft. See, the Hunger Overhaul, what it does is it makes it so that it's really bad to get hungry. It slows you down. And slows your mining down as well. And you can't really replenish much of your hunger with normal foodstuffs. Even steak will only replenish one haunch. So, you need to create more sort of in the way of proper meals. Oh, this is just a witch's hut. It is, isn't it? This is just a normal Minecraft witch's hut. I got all excited for a moment there. So yeah, we're going to have to make salads and sandwiches and, you know, lemon chicken and all kinds of rubbish like that in order to very effectively replenish our hunger. I also, to go along with the hunger overhaul and Pam's harvest craft. Oh, Pam's harvest craft, for instance, gives us these beehives. Bit of block lag there, that's odd. From which you get queen bees, from which you can start farming honey and such like, and beeswax. Yeah, so apart from the hunger overhaul and Pam's harvest craft, you sort of need the hunger overhaul to force you to use Pam's harvest craft, because otherwise you might not bother. I installed some... Oh, a village. This might be exciting. In fact, I know this is going to be exciting because of another mod that I've added. I'm going to have to remind myself what this mod was. Where the hell is it? It's in here somewhere. No, completely confused. Well, I'll have to come back to that another time. It doesn't matter all that much. Oh, right. It was cooking for blockheads. So it should be in here, right? Yeah. Here it is. It gives you multi-block kitchens and a cooking block. Cooking book, even. The cooking book makes... Ooh, lag spike! The cooking book makes... cookery book, I should say. Makes using Pam's harvest craft much easier because it tells you what recipes you can craft with what you're currently holding. More beautiful alternate terrain generation over there, isn't it just magnificent? So, villages have been changed by a mod called Minecraft Comes Alive. So all of the villages have names now. They have names and their own skins rather than the dumb testificates. They ask you how you are today. This leather worker here looks a bit blood-stained, to be honest. Is that normal? And when you right-click on them, you can interact with them in various ways. There's a button for trading. Ride horse. Yeah, so this is a bunch of stuff we can get into. Tells you what their personality is, what their mood is right now. Oh, here we have Cruz, the librarian. He has an odd personality, apparently, but lovely blue eyes. Right, interact. Chat, joke, gift, shake hand, tell story, flirt, hug and kiss. Look, no offense, Cruz, but I'm not into that. Yeah, so this is going to make interacting with villagers more entertaining. You can also actually, I believe, marry villagers or marry other players. I may have to set my game mode to creative at some point just so that I don't starve to death or something. But we don't have to do that right now. Yeah, and once you get married, you can have kids, and you can then send your kids to mine or work on the farm or chop down trees or whatever, which I find incredibly amusing, really. What else? So the main sort of basis of this mod pack in terms of the big popular mods that are in it, I'd say Ender.io for the tech stuff. Hold on, let's have a look at. Tell you what, that's game mode C. What? I should have permission to use that command. I'm the one who started the world. Huh. I don't normally use admin commands or go into creative, so you'll have to excuse me if I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, there's Ender.io, which... Come on! Which gives you all of these machines, you know, generators, capacitors, but some of them are kind of magical as well, like the soul binders, mob attractors, and aversion obelisks. Things that you can use to store experience using an experience rod. Inventory panel, that looks pretty cool. A dialing device that you can use with teleporters. It's all really neat. New kinds of metal bars you can use to craft this and that. Yep, it's great. Now then, we're going to have to head back down into this village. Grab some of their crops. So we have something to eat. We don't actually starve in the middle of making this video. Since I haven't even punched wood. Oh, we got taters. What's taters, eh? That would be potatoes, Gollum. Now then. Okay, let's just pop in here. There's a little bit of light, so that I can talk about some more of the mods. So, if we go to the mod list, there's, well, the alternate terrain generation I think is fantastic. The only trouble is I don't think it's compatible yet with other mods that change biomes. I've sent the mod author TTFT Cuts, he's called, or she's called, I don't know which, a message to ask whether this new 0.1 version is now compatible with other biome changing mods. Quark changes tons and tons and tons of things. There's no way I could possibly go through all of that. You'd need to do like about half a dozen videos on Quark to explain all the stuff that it does. Builders wands, not really something I've played with. That's just a minor thing I've decided to sling in there. Blood magic, because I'm going to be playing this with my fiance most likely, and blood magic's her jam. She loves that shit. Botania, she did a lot of as well, and I used to like playing with that too. Like I said, plant-based magic. Blood magic, well, it's kind of what it sounds like. It's dark and sinister, and there are rituals. Death counter, that's funny. I think we're probably going to die a lot for various reasons. So Ender.io is the tech mod. There's this thing here with leveling where you can pick character classes and level up skills and stuff. That looks pretty fun from the sort of role-playing game aspect of things. Minecraft Comes Alive is the one that's changed the villages. Nether metals, so it's more worth my while to spend time in the nether. Pam's Harvest Craft that I mentioned to go with the Hunger Overhaul. Which lets you grow all sorts of crops and make all sorts of recipes. You know, you make chopping boards and frying pans and all sorts. We have storage drawers, and I think do we have iron chests as just storage solutions? Tough as nails is the thing that is the reason why I have a thirst bar here, a temperature gauge, and only 3 heart containers. Tinker's Construct is a major mod in here because, let's face it, it's fantastic. I love Tinker's Construct. Plus the sound it makes when you're playing with, like when you're upgrading tools on the workbenches, give me like the ASMRs, if you know what that is. And there's this little mod here that goes along with it that allows your tools to level up. Vampirism. This looks kind of fun. You can become a vampire or a vampire hunter. And it's got its own vampire biomes that are full of fog. I don't know whether that's compatible with the terrain generation mod yet, but we'll find out as I experiment with it. And, oh, well, wearable backpacks, which is not the most useful backpack mod, but I think the other ones are just overpowered, frankly, because you can carry around several backpacks full of stuff, whereas this one, you can only carry one backpack. It actually appears on your back. It stops you from wearing a chest plate, I think. And also, if you're playing with other people, they can access stuff from your backpack. You just turn your back to them and they can right-click on you. It's really cute. Is there anything else that I'd want to mention? Oh yeah, the things that should be in every mod pack. Just enough items is the thing that lets you kind of search for things in different mod packs. What else? Oh, I've added Blood Moon. This is not an essential thing, but it means that every so often there's a Blood Moon and the moon turns red at night and mobs just spawn like crazy, much more than normal. Just another one of those little things to make it more challenging. Whaler, which stands for what am I looking at? You definitely want that. Gives you a little, hold on, tooltip here. I mean, not that I need it here to tell me that I'm looking at a grass block. I already knew that. Hello. Oh, hey. The village has guards, apparently. That's fantastic. Hello, Fidel. Got an armorer here, a farmer here. So they all have their own outfits. These guys kind of have dead, empty eye sockets. It's a little creepy, to be honest. Unless that's meant to indicate that they're asleep, in which case they're sleeping standing up, which is even creepier. So it looks like there are several guards. That's great. Another armorer here. Ah. Oh, look. Weapon case. Oh, yeah, this is something that I've added. Let's have a bit of a munch. This is not going to help us out a whole lot. Is there any wood in here? No. Okay. Another mod that I've added should be in here. Where is it? Weapon case loot. Occasionally you find these weapon cases around the place, which I don't know if they always have weapons in, but let's right click, see what happens. That's great. Oh, so you mouse over. Wait, 3rd edition bow. Quality broken, rarity rare, draw speed 1.8. Multi 2. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you get these weapons that are not craftable. You just have to find them. Oh no. Vine sword. Quality good. Attack damage 9. That's like about the same as a stone axe. When in main hand, attack damage 7. Is it 9 or is it 7? I'm a little confused. But let's get that out. See what we look like. Kind of silly, but that's fine. Now then, was that it? That was basically it. Oh, here's one of the ores from Ender.io. Used to make like capacitors and all sorts of machines. So are these guards going around dealing with zombies, I wonder? Oh, look. It looks like the Pam's Harvest Craft is integrated with the crop. With the village crops. So we have barley here, cabbage, winter squash, blackberry. It's great. So not just sort of wheat and carrots and potatoes and stuff. That's good to know. It's fantastic how a lot of these mods work together pretty well. I'm looking for anything different. I mean, obviously the villages are different, but I'm looking for any houses that are a little different to what I expect to see. Oh! Well. It's a vampire hunter. No, it's a vampire hunter trainer. So... Huh. Well, I wasn't expecting that. So, hunter research table. Ooh. Oh, this is looking pretty interesting. Oh, by the way, with the Vampire Hunter mod, what I had to do initially... Well, no, when I first installed it, there were Vampire Hunter camps everywhere. Like, in every 40 out of 1,000 chunks. I think that was it. Anyway, the way that it worked out is that there were just these tents everywhere, all over the plains, forests, mountains and stuff, with vampire hunters just wandering all over the place. It was, oh, apparently I'm getting cold according to my little icon in the middle there. Not really sure what I can do about that, to be honest. I'm not going to worry about it. I probably won't die before this video's done. I'm indoors. Should I be getting cold? Or if I stand near this torch? It probably doesn't help, does it? Vampire blood. That's slightly suspicious. Garlic. Huh. And this is a different garlic from the one that Pam's Harvest Craft introduces. So, apparently you find people who can train you to be a vampire hunter in the villages. That's great. Now then, is there anything else that I wanted to mention? Oh, roguelike dungeons. This adds various structures around the world with staircases leading down into deep, dark dungeons that progressively get more difficult as you proceed through them, with lots of spawners, mobs, treasure to be found, things like that. So that's great. I've got a couple of other ideas for content mods to add, you know, just to make it more worth sort of exploring. But nothing that I've decided upon firmly yet. So I think that's about it. Like, so my general idea is making my own custom mod pack, which I will probably... Oh. Now I'm even colder. The snowflake's wobbling and everything's gone a bit hazy. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's neat. Do I warm up if I move around? Probably not. I'm probably going to die any second now. Start taking... Oh, Jesus. Start taking health damage. I will save you. Or, well, possibly. Okay. So that was a kind of an acceptable sword, I suppose. Did I hear... Oh, God. I did. Okay. Screw this. Why aren't you doing your job, Fidel? What does Jan do? Jan's an armorer. Felicia is a baker. Bake Felicia. Yeah, so this could be a Let's Play. And probably not a solo Let's Play. I'll probably do this with my fiance and maybe some other people as guest stars. So we'd put this on a server so that anyone who we decided we wanted to join us could access it at any time. And that might be a whole load of fun, really. Anyway, that's about it. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do click the like button. It helps out a whole lot. Share it with anyone you think might be interested or entertained. Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments section below, and subscribe if, but only if, you'd like to see more. Ta-ta for now, chaps. Fidel, you're an utter coward. Get out there.